Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Code Crafted, and in this session we will be using Postman to store data, delete the data, update the data. I mean, like I will be using CRUD methods: get, put, post, and delete. So we have we had able to use the enable the REST services inside this Oracle Apex, and we were able to use the employee form, right, the UI, and from there we were able to update this all this employee table, and we have able to use this list view. After adding this list view, we were able to modify the UI as well. So instead of the job ID, we were able to list down this job ID in a list view, and we were selecting those, right? If you are not sure about it, what I'm talking about, just go to my previous slides and understand that how we have modified this forms, and based on our requirement, it was fulfilling the complete the requirements, right? Without wasting any time, let's jump to the Postman, and we will today in this session we will be, of course, as I said, we will be performing CRUD methods, and we will be, as a bonus, I will be talking about this basic authentication, how to enable this in our Oracle Apex, right? So let's dive into this now. Okay, so if you have forgotten that what was the endpoint for us, so I will directly, for example, I'll go to the samples, our REST employee, and then we will be selecting the share components. We have a REST data source, right? And we can see department table. So, so we will be jumping to the host path, the complete path which we needs to use it. So for if we want to see the data, we can use this, right? So we are able to see all this data of a department into the browser itself. So in short, we are using get functionality here, and in Postman. So if you are not if you are aware of it, is good. If you are not sure about it, what Postman does, so Postman is a very nice tool for testing our REST services in a server. So it works as a client, and whatever the data is required, it we fill it, and then when we submit the request, it will be talking to the REST servers, and it will give the response. So based on the error code, we will identify what kind of error we are having now and how to resolve those. Okay, so I have downloaded this Postman in my Mac machine, and I'm opening it right now. So this is the lightweight. I'm using it without logging into it. So what is the benefit of logging, like create account in the Postman, is it will be storing all your data in a cloud, and based like whenever you sign in a new machine, then whatever the regex you have used, sorry, REST APIs you have used, you will be getting inside it automatically. So it will fetch all this cloud, all the requests from the cloud, and it will list down here. So let's create a new. So as I was saying that it is using get, and if I enter, I will be having all this data in a JSON format: Department 10, Accounting New York, and Department 30, Sales Chicago, and Research is Dallas. Okay, now so get is done. If I want to fetch the specific department, so how to do it? So for that, we can use department number, right? And we will paste 10. So it is showing only one result to us, right? So this is a single result. So this is the, we have defined uh, five uh, CRUD method. One is a get all, like it will be like printing all this department, get a specific user department ID. So it will be just returning one error, one row to us. So which is right now we have done. Coming to the post, if I want to add, right? So if you see that we have not updated so anything in this 10 20 30. Now I will be using this just for the refresh part, that anything which we are performing, it is working as expected. In post, I would like to add, sorry, let's do this post. Okay. So in post, not post, actually put, yeah. So let's update first. I would like to update this sales and Chicago. So I want to update this location to the India, and sales will be like I will be changing to the content writer. So I will copy this JSON format, and then department number will be uh, I will be using 30 to update here, and now coming to the body, I will be using raw. So 30, I'm changing this to code crafted department, right? And location is India. So I'm using put, which will update our result data inside the Apex remote server, and we will verify after updating this. So let's send this request. If we see what happened, it updated. Oh, it removed everything, right? Null. So we will check what went wrong. It is not text, it should be JSON. I think because of that it misbehaved. Let's print again. Okay, so what went wrong? So dname, location, and we will see the preview. Department name at actual maximum. Okay, so I think the character is increasing here. Let's do this marketing. So I think there is no marketing here, right? Accounting, research, marketing. So, okay, so now when we refresh it, we will see that it is updating to the desired result, market, right? Marketing. So let's update this. Okay, marketing. It is updated. It is just it is not required to add here. With this also we will be able to update. So now we fetched single row, we updated. Now we will be inserting. So for inserting, we will be using post. In that, department number will be required. Let's put ID 40, and I will be adding department of content writer. In short, I'm just adding here. The location will be um, let's do this India only. Okay, method is not allowed. Okay, so in this param, we will be not adding this department, right? Post. Now you see when we refresh it, we will be having this data 40 and content writer India. So this is the remote data is being changed using the Postman. Now we will be deleting this 40. Like let's delete this 40 entry. For that we will be using delete, and then same department. Now value will be 40. Let's delete it. Send. Okay, bad request. We should not have any data. What? Delete department number 40. What is the error? 40 auth body. Let's remove this. None. Let's do this. Wrong. And we do this none. Send. Okay, success. So in delete, we have removed this 40 entry, right? If we refresh, it should not be there. Okay, 10, 20, 10, 20, 30. So we have removed this. Great. So this is all we are doing it here. Now, if you notice that this we are accessing from a public like local client, right? And a client like whoever has this REST APIs, they can use it to modify my data. And if I want to prevent this, how to do it? There are many ways. Auth, basic authorization, and one is single sign-on. Many of those, and Apex supports all of them. I will be using the basic one, basic auth, in which I need to provide the username and password. For that I need a configuration in we need to modify the some configuration in Oracle Apex. It is not modifying, it is like we need to add the users and roles and including the privileges. And with all these combinations we will be able to restrict the data based on that. So let's refresh this. uh, our intention is we will be using basic auth, we will be using username and password, and when things work fine, then it should be working in that way. Okay, so let's jump into that. Oh, sorry, maybe you are not able to see that page which I was mentioning. Okay, let's close this. Okay, now how to do it? If you see this REST employee source authentication is no, right? And REST department source is authentication is no. So we need to enable it. Let's go into this and try to add some data. Credential. So see, there is no entry for it to add, and to have it, we need to configure our username. So there are two places where we need to configure the users. One is the from the admin portal, and another one we need to do this in a what do you say, workspace utility, and we need to define our username and password in one of the form. Let's do this first in this admin manage user and group. So let's create a group. So in this group we will be defining the um, role of this user which is going to be performed. So let's create a group first. Group name will be demo uh, demo group one. Okay, so let's create this, and it will be using, we will be allowing the user to access only RESTful services. So we will be moving this, granting RESTful service for this group, and whoever any users who has associated with this group, they will be able to use this RESTful services. Let's create a group. And then once that is done, we will be creating user, create user, and username will be code crafted, email address, email id code crafted, any dummy like it is doesn't it will not ask for the verification link or something. We can give anything, blog.com, and the first name code, like we can do anything, code crafted, and then pretty all these things we don't need to change anything. We need to provide the password. Let's provide the password ps123, which we will be using here, right? So we are just passing the same value here. Two, three. Okay, and we have created a group, so we will be assigning, associating this group with this user. Let's create this. Now it is done. So if I don't pass no auth and do this get, will I see the result? Yes. So it is not yet like blocking, right? How to do it? Now we'll go to um, our RESTful services, and then we will see that we need to define a role here. Without wasting any time, let's define a role. We need to pass exactly the same, sorry, a role name which we have defined as a group name. So I have just copied that from here and pasting here, demo underscore group one. Create a role. If we don't provide in this way, then it will not work properly. Let's go to the privilege. We need to create a privilege here. Allow fetch or allow list, for example, privilege. We can give anything on this time. There's no worried about it. Allow list, and we need to associate this demo group here. Now, if I want to see, so I'm using department. We will be moving this department rest to the protected modules. Let's see what happens. See, we are getting unauthorized access. Error code 404 So what went wrong? Like we have defined a user, we have defined the group with the right service to choose, and then we have associated this in a role, created the allow list in a privilege. What is missing? So missing part is we need to, as I said, we need to add web credential, manage secure credential to connect to the REST, enable SQL or other REST services. So we need to define this too. Let's create this. Name should be same. So yeah, here name can be anything. Let's do this basic auth, and then it is basic authentication. We will be using client name code crafted the same username which we have given in the user. So let's verify we are in the sync. Manage user code crafted, yeah. So it is same. Let's do the same thing here as well. Code crafted, same password. Whatever we have given in the user, we need to pass the same password here. If if it is not matching, then it will not work. Valid URL. So we need to pass this URL till apex. So this is the valid URL for us, and then create. Now see if it works. So it should be giving error, and let's do this basic auth. See, it is working fine. If I like, there is a misconception can happen that if I change the password here, if I don't use that password which I was mentioning, which is password 123, let's do this. I'll be changing to, right, let's do this 4. Okay, if I change this to 1234, will it work? Let's see. No, it will not work. I have used the same password which I have given to you. So we need to change the password here as well. Same password. Apply change. Send. It will take time. Okay, yeah. So it took some of the time. Um, so yeah. So now we are able to access it. So now whatever the operations for the updation and deletion, until unless someone knows it, they can't do it. They can't do it anything. It will be giving the 401 error. And if we see here as well, we copy and use in our browser, it should be giving error. Same, yeah. But we can't provide the password here, right? So let's see if we can give this same username and password. Will it work or not? I'm just trying, never tried it. Okay, auth, basic auth, code crafted, username. I give this same password. Now it is not working. Okay. So this is for the REST service only. Yeah. So yeah, with this, in the session, what we have learned, we have used CRUD methods, get to the all list of department, get the specific uh, department number, and we were able to update the department. We were able to insert the new department, and the next is a bonus. We have modified or configured the basic auth in Apex, and in a Postman we were giving this username and password. It was working fine. Yeah. So that's all from my end. Thank you for watching this, and this is all about this playlist. If you have any question, if you have any doubt, let me know. I will be more happy to resolve all those your queries and make programming easy for you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.